Season 8 is here, and I think the game is in the absolute best state it has ever been in. That being said, there is always room for improvement. So, here is a list of 8 things I would like to see added to the game in 2026. Why 2026? There's a lot of 2025 left after all, but because it takes time to make changes, and 2025 is probably already filled out with changes that were planned last year even, if I'm making this video with any real intention of changes actually being made to the game, I need to be realistic and set a doable time frame. So, 2026. And first up, I'm going to talk about what I think is the biggest issue the game faces right now. Please upgrade the servers to 60 tick. This is an issue the game has had for a while now. I will say, credit where credit is due, the game runs so much better, so much more smoothly, and so much more bug-free than when I made my very first video. Kudos to Embark for the hard work on the game so far. But from what I understand, the finals has 20 tick servers still, which causes a lot of frustrations. The two biggest problems most people will be familiar with for what a low tick rate server causes are going to be dying around corners and kill trades. Let me take a step back though. If you're wondering what a tick rate is, basically it's how many times per second the server checks all the players in the game's clients to make sure everyone is on the same page. In the simplest terms I can put out there, it's like the refresh rate on your monitor, but for the game server. The reason dying around corners and kill trades happen is because in your local game client, you were around the corner, but in the guy shooting at you's client, you weren't, and so he takes a shot and kills you. This happens in the moment before the server refreshes to check and make sure everyone's client is on the same page. When it checks, it sees that you are dead based on the other guy's client, and so it makes you die, even though on your screen you are around the corner. With a higher tick rate, the server is checking more times per second. 1 tick equals the server checking once per second, 20 is 20 per second, and 60 would be the server checking 60 times per second. What that means is when the server has a higher tick rate, if you got around the corner first, the server checks, sees you are around the corner, and updates. Then sends that information to the guy shooting at you, he sees you around the corner, all is right in the world. Conversely, maybe he shot before you were around the corner. Then you would die out in the open on your screen. It would suck, but it would make sense, and there would be less frustration on your part. The same goes for kill trades. The reason kill trades happens is because one guy shoots, then the other guy shoots, then the server checks and sees that both shot and makes you both dead. Now, it is possible for kill trades to happen holistically, but that is super rare. And if you play the finals enough, you'll know that kill trades happen on a pretty regular basis. For me, I get maybe 1 kill trade per session I play. While this would be an added expense, if you look at games like Counter-Strike and Valorant, they are running servers at 100 or more tick rate. And while I know due to the nature of the finals, what they are doing makes their servers more expensive, I think that they have the cash for it given that they've broken into the top 10 best-selling games on Steam recently. Granted, this takes time, so I get it. 2026. Would love to see it by Season 12. Force specialization for light and medium. It's been a long time since we had Winchclaw introduced into the game, and ever since, the heavy class has been enjoying an extra specialization over the other two. I think it's about time that changed. And I get it if Embark want to draw it out so that the game isn't flooded with extra specializations, but it's been a year. I think that introducing 1 specialization a year is not going to flood the game or water it down. You could do medium or light. At this point, I'd be happy for either one. I don't care. I just want a new specialization. It's stupid that Heavy's got 4 and everyone else only got 3. And that's with me playing Heavy. All right, a full-fledged replay system. While technically impressive, the kill cam system introduced into the finals in Season 8 was very underwhelming in terms of usefulness. I was kind of disappointed by that. I would absolutely love a full-fledged in-game replay system like you see in Counter-Strike or StarCraft for the finals, so that we could go over games from multiple perspectives and get a much better idea of what is going on. Replay systems are an invaluable tool, letting you see how you made mistakes, and being able to take in what your teammates were doing and seeing as well is huge in helping you understand what led to certain situations happening. I feel like every truly healthy esports scene out there is built around a game that has a replay system. Counter-Strike, League, Dota 2. I'm not saying that that's the only reason these games dominate the esports scene, and you see games like Valorant sneak in without one. But it definitely helps foster a competitive community, and I think it is second in importance to that end only to custom games for obvious reasons. So on that note, I would love to see custom games get an overhaul. They've come a long way for sure, but they have a ways to go still. First and foremost, I think the easiest thing I would like to see change for custom games is just the ability to load one up with only one player. This would help people who want to walk around the map on their own to better learn it, as well as practice their movement tech, like stair teching or window tech, which might be harder to practice during a live match. It would help creators who might want to load into a game either for a video or on a stream, and having to find someone who is just willing to sit there just to enable them to have a custom game running is a hassle. And yes, that one is a bit selfish, but it would help Embark in the long run by making things easier for the people championing their game on social media. Beyond that, I would like to see them add the ability to make custom rule sets and even tweak things like damage numbers, cooldown, fire rate, as well as smash times, cash out timers, number of cash out spawn, etc. This would be a cool way for the community to create custom game modes, but would also be a great way for people to try their hand at balancing in a way that might actually help Embark out. Titanfall 2 had a feature like this, and I haven't seen any other games pick it up, but I think it would be a very cool feature, and I would love to see Embark bring it into the finals. Custom game browser. With improved custom games would come the desire to be able to find games that are running custom rule sets. And I think that a server browser would be very cool. I know that a lot of devs at Embark come from Battlefield, so I think they can well appreciate the allure of a custom game browser. Full-fledged public test servers. While I do like that Embark sneaks potential changes to the game in World Tour, I wouldn't mind having a true blue test server where players would help with balance. I get if they want to keep that impact of a reveal for new weapons, gadgets, and maps, and fingers crossed, specializations. So you could hold off on those, but for a normal mid-season balance patches, I think it would be a very useful tool for Embark, more so than us, honestly. Let weapon skins be saved in outfit profiles. Having to go and manually change the weapons to match your outfit is still annoying. Also, sort of separate, but I don't want to give it its own point. Let us put together outfits and then gift them as a whole. This would only help Embark generate more revenue, and it would make the character customization experience much smoother for the players. It's very annoying switching outfits and then having to go and painstakingly reselect skins for each weapon and gadget individually, and then also just being able to gift like a whole outfit that you go and make in the little outfit customizer that they have now would be pretty damn cool. That way it would make it so like coordinating your team's fit would be a lot easier. Crosshair profiles. And now that we're on the subject of profiles, it would be really nice if we could have multiple crosshair setups that we could save so we could easily switch between them. There are a lot of different weapons in the finals that work in very different ways. For my minigun, I like having a big circle that tells me the exact spread of it, so I can judge the appropriate distance to engage from easily. With the bow, I'm going to want something more precise. With most assault rifles, something in the middle. While you can get away with a one-size-fits-all crosshair, I would very much like to be able to have a custom-tailored crosshair for each weapon so that I can get the most out of each of them. And I don't want to have to spend 5 minutes changing my settings each time. Also, another cool thing would be like if in Valorant you could share your crosshair settings to other players. That'd be a very cool idea. And that's it. Those are my 8 suggestions that I'd really like Embark to take into account when developing the finals in 2026. I think that they would really add a lot of just sort of smoothing over and making the finals feel like a nicer experience. I think that most of the big things are out of the way. Like the game is in such a good state. Like I'm having a blast this season. It is so much fun. The game is in like a fantastic state right now. These are just things that I think would really help kick it up to the next level, right? Get that like that 20% of polish on there that just really would make this game shine. Yeah, I don't know. If there's anything that you guys think that I missed that you'd like to see in the game, I'm gonna do a rare call to action, but I would like to see what you guys think. I always love talking in the comments and seeing what you guys have to say, so I guess I'll see you in the comments for this video. Later.